On today's video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 pieces of gear every pro guitar player needs. Intermediate guitar players, advanced guitar players, this video is for you. Let's jump into it. Quick little note, today's video is not sponsored by any companies. All these pieces of gear I use personally, so I'm going to have all the links as well in the description so you can check anything out that you feel fits your needs. So piece of gear number 5 that every pro guitar player needs are IEMs or in-ear monitors. These are JH Audio, got my name here, but you don't need to get these. These run about $1,500-$1,600. They're called the 16 V2s. You can also get Shure's 215s, and I'll have all the links in the description below, but you can get those for like 89 bucks on Amazon. I use these too when I'm just filming YouTube videos, or if I'm playing a corporate event, or I'm in the studio and I need to hear something really precise. So these aren't just for the stage, they're for all around like utility purposes. So if you're a pro guitar player that's looking, or if you're somebody that's like looking to get into the pro level gear, I would definitely recommend checking out in-ear monitors. Piece of gear number 4 every pro guitar player needs is a DI rig. So a lot of people in 2024 are moving away from guitar amps and they're just going to direct rigs. So here are 3 pieces of gear that I would use. To me, the cheapest and most affordable is the Strymon Iridium. This thing sounds great. It's got stereo outputs, so you can get your stereo reverbs and delays. And it's pretty affordable. If you get it on Reverb or used, you can get it for about $300. I use the Iridium all the time for tracking guitars as well as live situations. Now, if you have a little more disposable income, I'd recommend either getting the Helix Line 6, I have that, as well as the Kemper Stage. My opinion on which is the best of those 3 that I just listed is I would recommend the Kemper Stage, and the reason being it is, one, the industry standard. So like if I jump on a tour for, I don't know, Taylor Swift, it's not happening, but I'm just saying hypothetically, is that like, okay, everyone uses Kemper in that camp and everyone's used to like Kemper and how it sounds, and you can backline it, which basically means like I can show up in Brazil and there can be a Kemper there for me, whereas Line 6 isn't really as industry standard, so that's going to be a disadvantage. Kemper sounds really amp-like and it's really great, and actually the Kemper Stage is just such a small, lightweight thing. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't had this piece of gear sooner. Kemper has been the industry standard since 2013. And also it's a really great recording tool. So if I'm just sitting at home, or if I'm recording guitar for clients, or if I'm producing music, you're able to just get that really loud amp sound without annoying the hell out of your neighbors, right? So it's a really awesome piece of gear that it's basically standard now. You have to have a direct rig for pro level gigs, or pro level studio situations. So that's piece of gear number 4. Piece of gear number 3 that every pro guitar player needs is a travel guitar bag. Okay, so here's what I use. You don't need to use this, but I find that these are the most travel friendly. So I use these mono bags. They're pretty thin. And here's the thing, if you've ever traveled on an airplane with a guitar, you can get lucky or unlucky based on the demeanor of the flight attendants. So the smaller your setup is, the smaller your guitar is in the case, the better likelihood you have of just, getting on and having no back and forth exchange about, oh, you gotta, actually check that piece of gear. And the thing is, if you're gonna be traveling and playing music for touring or recording or YouTube or whatever it is, you're gonna need to have to transport your instruments, and you're gonna need a good bag and a good piece of travel gear. So I use mono. I also have a hard case as well, and it's an SKB case. I'll put a link as well in the description. That's good for checking your guitars. That thing could drop off the Eiffel Tower and it'd be solid. So I'll have a link to that as well in the description. Once again, this video is not sponsored by any companies. These are just pieces of gear that I use that I find the most practical. All right, piece of gear number 2 that every pro guitar player needs is you need a really fly, cool black outfit. That means like a swaggy leather jacket, nice jeans, you know, like Levi's or whatever, nice boots. And here's the thing, black is the industry standard for side men or side women. So if you're gonna play behind an artist, pop, R&B, funk, doesn't matter really. If you're gonna play behind an artist, you're gonna need to look the part. You're gonna need to look fly, and the way you do that is just like dress in all black, and that's the industry standard. A nice necklace, that kind of situation. I got a $700 All Saints jacket, really really nice leather, and I just went to a secondhand store here in Los Angeles. I got it for $70, 70. This jacket's worth over $700, so that's kind of what I'll bring around. I'll have a nice leather jacket for music videos, or any type of situation like a tour or whatever it is that requires you to look the part, right? So have a nice, really really nice, cool black outfit always on deck. Having multiple never hurts either. All right, and the piece of gear number one that every pro guitar player needs is a laptop. Now, before you get at me in the comments, here is the reason. You're able to produce and record yourself. Check. But also, all the DI rigs that you're going to use, the Kemper, the Helix, all of that is going to require a laptop to power and to manipulate on the fly. Unless you want to be stuck, hunched over and having, looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you're able to use a laptop, right? And you're able to execute everything very, very quickly. So the laptop is kind of like the brain of your entire rig. If you're a pro guitar player, you're probably making videos. And the laptop, Final Cut, Adobe, all of that stuff is on a laptop. It's not on a phone, right? So the laptop is going to allow you to just be a more well-rounded professional guitar player, whether it be live or in the studio, or you're producing your own beats, you're producing your own music, or you're shooting content for yourself or for others. You need a really nice laptop. That piece of gear gets slept on, don't shortcut your laptop. Don't get yourself a Windows, $400 Dell or whatever. I don't even know if Dell exists anymore. But get yourself a MacBook Pro. If you have anybody in your family or for any friends that is a student, you could use their student discount, have them hook up a little situation for you. I'm not advising you do that, but if you find yourself in that situation, I don't know, maybe that's what I would do. Let me know if you agree with this countdown with these 5 pieces of gear every pro guitar player needs. Once again, I'm going to have links to all these pieces of gear in the description below. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you are not a subscriber, I would encourage you to subscribe, join this community. I will see you all very soon. Take care.